So we did a breakout video on Queen Nefertiti and King
Tutankhamun. Yes, and the possible hidden chamber in the tomb and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
And some people were commenting. We had Gerald Walker and Mo Orion comment about the Chinese Emperor tomb.
Yeah.
That's not open. What was it? The
First Qin Emperor.
Yeah.
So this is the Terracotta Army.
Yeah.
Emperor.
I knew a bit about the Terracotta Army. I didn't really know anything about this, this totally sealed tomb that's still there. I knew nothing about it before these guys brought it up. So obviously I've been reading about it.
It's nuts.
And it's really cool.
Yeah, thanks for bringing it to our attention, because it is awesome. It's crazy.
It's really cool.
I knew that there was a big hill there and there was some stuff inside. I think we mentioned it briefly in the show, but the rumours of what's actually in there are insane. Yeah,
I didn't realise there was just such a large, still sealed, archaeological site that they aren't digging up.
Yeah, that we actually know exists.
That we know is important.
Other places
we know there's going to be important historical artifacts in there, because there's a whole terracotta army built for this guy just a few kilometres down the road.
Yeah, to protect it.
Exactly. And it's kind of this tree-covered kind of mound pyramid. It's like a sort of flat pyramid type.
Yeah, it's like a four-sided hill with a flat top that's covered in trees.
It seems to have ramps going up to it when we're looking at the satellite photos. And apparently inside there are all sorts of bizarre things. They seemed. What was the text? There was an ancient text that was written 100.
There's about 150 years after it was completed. Yeah. There was a text. I can't remember the name of it now. Should have written it down. But it was like a history of the world.
History of the world, yeah. Sort of
which is just an awesome thought on its own. Thinking that this
written
volume,
in 83 BC or something like that.
Like this history of the world written by a Chinese scholar at the time. But in that he goes into all this detail about what's in this tomb, and it's stuff like a whole topographic map of the empire, that emperor's empire, including rivers and lakes of mercury, liquid mercury, to represent the waterways and lakes and stuff of the Chinese Empire.
So, sorry, is this supposed to be a tabletop, how big is this supposed to be?
I don't know. I don't think anyone really knows, but
it's just
no one knows if it
in
even exists.
Yes.
But I think it's thought to be quite big.
Yeah.
In the middle
a sort
of
of diorama type.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, with mountains and stuff. Oh. And there's potentially booby traps, crossbows aimed at the doors that are primed to fire if anyone goes in. I mean, that's proper Indiana Jones shit.
Yeah, they need to get Harrison Ford in there.
Yeah.
Sort it out. Or Angelina Jolie as Lara Croft.
Yeah. Both of them.
Go in there with a couple of pistols.
Might need both.
You might need both.
You might need both.
Well, I presume that mercury's kind of dodgy. I mean, obviously, if it's contained in these real waterway type things, it might be okay. But I don't know what happens to mercury over long periods of time. But I imagine it's not a nice thing.
Yeah. So apparently measurements, I'm not sure what kind of measurements, have detected anomalously high levels of mercury in the ground around there. Yeah. Which adds a bit of a
bit seeping out, maybe.
A bit of credence to these writings.
Yeah.
Which makes you wonder what's it going to be like going in there? It could be pretty dodgy.
It could be, yeah. But there's got to be tons of just history, just information.
It would be an absolute goldmine of history.
Yeah. Was there a mummy film on it or something?
Yeah, I think the third mummy
I never saw
film's
that.
on it.
I only saw the first and the second one.
I think it's called Tomb of the Dragon Emperor or something.
Yeah.
The third mummy film.
So how big's this palace?
Well, that's the thing. Under this mound is apparently a whole massive palace that's huge, a quarter of the size of the Forbidden City in Beijing.
Oh, I've actually been to that, and that's massive.
Yeah, it's a whole complex.
You just walk through it
it's like
forever.
A town.
Yeah.
So it's a quarter of that is just buried under this hill. And it's got people think there's a dam to stop groundwater infiltrating into it, and complex drainage systems to make sure it's doesn't get flooded.
Yeah.
It's all of this is just waiting to be discovered.
Yeah.
We need to get in there.
Just think about that all the stuff they've built for this kind of just a dead body.
It's fascinating.
Really. This entire city with all these stone armies around it.
Yeah, thousands of soldiers made of terracotta just to guard it, and there's chariots and stuff also.
To help him in the. It's interesting, isn't it? Because they've built it for him in the next life.
Yeah,
but it's kind of his legacy is kind of. Is basically around still because of all this stuff, because he kind of moved him into our age.
Yeah.
But we remember him as this kind of great emperor that was conquered all these lands and had all this amazing stuff. So in a way, they kind of have succeeded in
it kind of works.
Translating him to the afterlife.
Yeah, it's sort of immortalised him.
Yeah, sort of immortalised him.
In a way, yeah. It's just this really fascinating thought about this like civilization building this thing. What were they thinking as they were building it? They obviously had some kind of probably reverence for him, almost like a deity in a way.
I actually don't know much about
neither do
Chinese history, whether they viewed them like the pharaohs or anything like that.
So anyway. maybe not, but
they certainly revered him, seemingly.
Yeah.
Or he demanded that they revere him.
Yeah, he might have just been slaves, obviously.
Yeah. They sealed people in the tomb.
They did. Yeah.
Like workers that they didn't. There's because there were so many treasures in there.
Yeah.
They sealed the tomb off with all the loads of the workers in. So that presumably, if you open it up, there's gonna be loads of dead bodies in there as well.
Yeah, man. Like piled up, trying to get out or something.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, that's dark. Imagine that.
Very grim. I mean, but definitely want to get.
There's just something fascinating about the thought of these people building this thing and sealing it up and everything, and then having no concept of our civilization, like the way we are kind of excavating it and poring over it and kind of learning from it.
It is like another life, kind of.
Yeah, we're like an alien civilization in a way, like totally outside the context of what they could imagine.
Yeah.
Would happen to this thing.
And he's been immortalised by all that work.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. We need to get in there.
That is the thing. I mean, sure, so the terracotta army was somewhat damaged, right, by excavating it incorrectly.
Yeah, they kind of found it and they're like, oh shit, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of them were painted like in lots of detail and stuff, and all the paint's gone and stuff, so they've lost that. So I think there was worry that basically the technology to excavate this thing safely just wasn't around, or possibly isn't still around. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm just a bit like it's so interesting. Obviously my first reaction is just bloody dig it up.
Yeah, just get right in
because
there.
I want to see what's inside. Yeah. And to be honest, if it's that thing of when is technology ready? I mean, what sort of technology are they waiting for? We're able to open things, loads of different types. Yeah. I mean, I don't know anything about archaeology, but it seems to I mean, maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about, and that's probably true. But like, when is technology going to be ever ready, do you think?
Yeah, surely there's always...
You don't know, because you don't know what's in there. You're guessing what's in there, so how do you know how to preserve what's in there if you don't open it?
Yeah.
You can get more advanced scanning techniques and stuff.
Yeah.
But
that's you're right.
We don't know what damage is being done to it by not opening it. I mean, the groundwater, you don't know if it's becoming destroyed by groundwater infiltrating it and doing whatnot, and you don't really know. And if it does get destroyed in that way, we'll have no information about it, and it may as well never have existed.
Yeah. What the area that it's in? China's got some like dodgy like seismic areas and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
There could be. Yeah, we need to dig it up so we can preserve it more than anything else. There's like so much potential information in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you say, like we don't really know.
I don't have any
what
expertise.
We're talking about,
so.
But it does seem like one of those things that the technology will never be perfect. Surely there's always going to be some kind of risk of digging it up.
But if that's true and you accept that we should therefore just preserve it by leaving it shut, it's like it doesn't exist if it's shut.
Yeah.
Like it's just a mound with some with nothing. It might as well have nothing in it.
Yeah, might as well just be a hill.
It's just an old story that's in a book that's not real.
Yeah.
That's essentially what it is if we don't try and excavate it.
Yeah, and just accept there's a risk that some parts of it might get damaged a bit, but the amount we'll learn from it. And
the fact that we might be able to preserve and save some stuff that might otherwise be destroyed. It seems like,
hopefully the technology is people will decide soon or now-ish that we've got the technology and they'll go in hard. And we'll be able to
very carefully over many years.
Yeah,
but I want some
bulldozer.
Info.
Get right in.
Dynamite.
Yeah.
Blow the top off. Yeah, but it sounds like it would be such a mad thing to excavate because of all the rumours about traps and stuff.
Yeah. It'd be great to send like a little drone in.
Sending. Yeah, exactly. We've got drones and stuff. You send those in first. It gets crossbowed.
Yeah. You see it like hit the camera.
I wonder if crossbows, like if they're made of like horsehair kind of, or I don't know how you make crossbows.
No.
If they would maintain the elasticity and stuff.
I guess I'd be probably quite surprised if
I would be. If they're still tension is still there.
Yeah. And that's if you believe what's written in that thing, which was written 100 years or so after.
Yeah. So exactly, but we need to know if it's true. But you've got to go in on the presumption that there are potentially booby traps. So like pits and stuff you might fall in.
Yeah, pits of spikes, like boulders and shit rolling down. No, I
Oh
don't
man,
know.
so cool. You've got to send drones in, robots and stuff.
Yeah.